Hello, hello, welcome everybody. Appreciate y'all joining us this afternoon. We're going to talk about going to Egypt, right? Or Kemet, and having this experience of a lifetime with our urban intellectuals, Black History travel experiences. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? I just saw you pop up right there. All right, we're going to give folks a few moments to get in here. Let me know where you are watching from. I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago, Illinois this evening. I'm going to try to get to it. Yeah, I'm going to try to get through it so I can give you all the particulars on talking about going to Egypt, who we are, what we do, and all of that good stuff. Then we'll open it up and have a Q&A with you as well. Ready to go from Oakland, California. All right, it's pretty early out there, Oakland. Well, 5 p.m. All right, I guess it's not exactly morning. All right, maybe it's just you and me here in here today, Stacy. That's so I'll be talking to you, I guess. But anybody else you can add if you okay, there we go. Tammy, how you doing? Arlington, New Jersey. Appreciate you joining us. And she came on camera. All right, I love it. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. How many? Okay, give me a one in the comments if this is your first time being on a travel call with us. Let me get that, and give me a two in the comments if you've been here before. Hey, Rochelle, New Orleans, appreciate you. All right, Tammy, it's our first time. Appreciate you joining. All right, and Rochelle's been here before. Good, good. Okay. All right. I'll make sure that I explain everything. I was on the Juneteenth call. Okay, excellent. All right. I'm glad you found your way into this portion of our business, Stacy. But we do a lot here at Urban Intellectuals. I think I alluded to it during the Juneteenth call. But one of my errors was I didn't talk about the company, right? Like I realized we had hundreds of new people on the call that had no idea who we are and really what we do. You just saw a Juneteenth summit and showed up. So I thought that that was great. One, that you came. Two, I could have done a better job of explaining who we are and all of the things that we do. So I'll give a little bit of that today. Let me open up my presentation. Oh, have you been to Africa before? Give me a yes or a no in the comments. If yes, I'd love to know where have you been. That's good. Okay, two no's. All right. All right. So that's why we're talking about it today, right? We're going to see if we can remedy that or if Egypt is your place to start. So I open up my presentation here. Oh, another no. Okay. All right. All right. We got some new would-be travelers to the continent. So that's great. I love to see that. I'm just trying to get my screens together. If y'all remember from the summits, actually, we've done a few in the last month or so. I'm not the tech guy, right? I don't really belong behind these screens clicking these buttons, but we're going to make it work here today. I'm just trying to get there we go. All right, trying to get y'all back. All right, here we go. All right, all right. It just takes me a minute to get going. It's like riding a bike, they say. All right, full screen. All right, we are excellent. Let's go. Okay, yes, Joanne's been to Nigeria, Mali, South Africa. First time on the Zoom with us. All right, excellent. And Clarice has been to South Africa as well. I love it. All right, good, good, good places to go. Great things to see. All right, let's dive into the Sankofa Experiences. These are our Black History travel experiences. And you've always wanted to go to the motherland, so let's talk about it a bit today. First, let me explain Sankofa, right? The word Sankofa comes from the Akan people out of the Ghana area, and the word means to go back and get it. So to go back and get your history, go back and get your culture, and to bring that along with you. So that's why we call these our Sankofa experiences, because we're going back to get our history and our culture, and we're going to learn about it and bring that forward with us into our future, right? So sometimes I have to explain that because it's just not as clear as I think it is, right? And I'm gonna get into that in a second. All right, but let me start off my story with that 86 years old, this Black man from Detroit thought he had seen it all, but he was in for a big surprise, right? So the guy that's been talking to you is me. My name is Freddie Taylor. I'm the CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals. Black History Made Easy is not only our mantra, but it is our promise. This is what we're all about here at Urban Intellectuals, but you've come into our organization in a variety of different ways, and we appreciate that. But this is our number one product that really launched the company. These are a series of Black History flashcards that we've created. But we sold over 500,000 decks of these all over the globe, and many other things along with our plethora of additional products. But I just wanted you to know that really at our core, we are a Black history company. This is what we are. This is what we do. This is who we are about. Everything that we do, we infuse Black history and culture into it. So the summit that you saw on Juneteenth was centered around Black history. We did a 4th of July celebration centered around Black history. We have a Stolen Identity Symposium, coming up in August, on August the 3rd. But again, everything that we do is centered around Black history and culture. And these travel adventures are no different. But let me get back to my story. 2016, this young man says, I want to go to Africa. Now, I thought he had been to Africa before. This is my dad. He's 86 years young when he tells me this. And I thought he had been to Africa, but he hadn't. So like they say, like a good son, I got my man to the continent. This is us being dropped off at the Detroit Metro Airport. On the left, that's my mom. She passed in 2019, but she got to see her boys go off to the continent for the first time. Oh, wait a minute. Almost left out of something. Oh, that's not planned. I'm not sure what's happening there. But we got there, right? So that's the point. We got there to Africa for the first time. We went to Ghana. That was Dad taking it in. This is us at the point in the door, no return there in 2017. So 2016, he told me 2017, we went on our first adventure. But this picture always, and it hangs in my living room to this day, it always reminds me that everybody should have these experiences. People should come to the continent and see what it's about firsthand. But that was 2017, our first touch on the continent. 2018, we went to Spain and Morocco. So Spain has a lot of Black history there. I'll go into that another day. Morocco has the same. So that's what we started chasing internationally, was Black history, right? Along with my father, right? So I'm enjoying myself. But then one day he tells me, after the pandemic, we went to a couple other places in between there, but after the pandemic, he tells me, hey, I want to go to Egypt. I've never been. So like they say, as a good son, I got my man to Egypt. But this time we didn't go alone. We brought along 40 of our Urban Intellectual community members that was interested in going. And this was our first time on our first trip in Egypt, October 2022. But the travel movement was born. That's me and Dad on the left at our hotel overlooking the Nile River, there at the Sheraton Hotel, by the way. But he's 93 years young in this particular picture, right? I gotta go to Detroit coming up here, because next month we're going to Cuba. So he's back on the road again at 94. He'll be 95 at the end of the year, and looking to get back to the continent again. So if he's willing, I'm ready. So I just let you know, if I pop up and I'm in Africa, it might be because Dad felt like going, right? Okay. This is us that following February. This is my wife in the middle in Egypt on the trip that we're going to talk about. And then on the right, that's us in Ghana. We went on a back-to-back trip from Egypt to Ghana, had that experience. The dad came, the wife had to come. This is Brother Jay Cameron, who is our chief travel officer. Jay is really the what do you say, where the rubber meets the road, right? So he's the one that's really putting together all of the wonderful people that you're going to meet, the places that you're going to stay. He's always ahead of the trips, setting them all up, right? So this is kind of how the system works. But why travel with Sankofa Experiences? We got a couple of different stories that we tell, but this time I'll let Miss Ann tell you why specifically. Check this out.
All right. So, what is it like? What are some of the things that your family and friends said when you were talking about traveling to Africa?
Some people were saying they were afraid to travel to Africa, and why did I want to do that? I was like, why wouldn't you want to do that? This is the motherland. This is where we came from. We didn't come to the US voluntarily. We need to see what's our real home. And I think people were worried too because of my age and that they felt I was traveling alone, that I wasn't going to Africa with a family member or a spouse or a friend. But the urban intellectual group that we're with, they have become my family and friends. They have helped me every step of the way. I have a cane. They made sure that I was on level ground. They made sure that I didn't stumble. They made sure if I got tired, I had a place to sit. They watched out for me. If I was slower than everybody else, they still waited. They took care of me. These people have become my friends and family here in Africa. And for many of us, we are going to be neighbors and friends, I found out, back in the US in a couple of years. I'm really excited about that because I'm going to be close to many of them and where they live now. So it's been an opportunity to make new friends from all over the United States. There's some people here from Canada, from all over the world, and it's the experience of a lifetime. You would not regret it if you took this opportunity for yourself. It's an investment in you. It's not an investment, that you think of in terms of money. It's an investment in terms of knowledge and spirit and hope and love for what we are as a people.
Yeah, yeah, I love to hear the words of Miss Ann. So I think she speaks upon better why it might be a good idea to travel with us, right?
All right. So what
All
is it
right, so
like?
let us go a little bit further and ask, right? So who's ready to go to Egypt to learn more about going to Egypt? Give me a yes in the comments. I saw someone's talking about they want to go to Egypt. You're excited about it. All right. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, she is a sweet lady. Had a beautiful experience there. I love when our audience gets to talking about their experiences directly. So, all right, let's dive into it, right? So we got a couple of frequently asked questions. Are these trips child friendly? Yes, they are. Are there, excuse me, hold on, yeah. Are there child discounts? Yes, there are. 40% off children ages 5 to 11. Are these trips adult friendly? Yes, they are. I'll add to it. Yes, these trips are senior friendly as well. Do you offer payment plans? Yes, we do. Is international airfare included? No, it's not. What languages do they speak? English, right? English is um, widely spoken there in Egypt. You won't have any communication issues. Do you pair guests? No, we do not. Can non-American citizens join the trip? Absolutely. How much money will you need on the trip? We recommend at least $300 to $500. If you want to shop, you're gonna need to bring more. How many of y'all will admit that you're a shopper? Can I get a me in the comments if you like to travel and shop? You don't gotta put yourself out there if you don't want to. All right, Jasmine, I appreciate the honesty. Yeah. But I've learned that people enjoy traveling and shopping, right? Having an opportunity to get some things that you may never see or have an opportunity to get again. I'm one of those people, y'all. So I'm one of the me's. So uh, don't feel too bad. I used to hide it. I'm just embracing it now. It is what it is. Is travel insurance automatically included? No, it's not, but we recommend you get cancel anytime travel insurance as soon as you book. All right, so let's dive in a little bit further and go into the Egypt trip. So what's included in the tour? Historical guided tours and lectures, the ground transportation to and from your scheduled destinations. Again, it doesn't include international airfare. I'll go over that in just a second. Double occupancy or single occupancy. Yes, you can get hotel upgrades available upon request. Of course, there'll be an additional fee. Wi-Fi, the spa, there's a bar, restaurant, room service, everything is available. Fitness center, swimming pool, meeting rooms, air conditioned, wheelchair accessible. The Nile cruise, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is included in the Egypt trip. Okay. What's not included? Your passport, your visa, your travel insurance, your medical travel insurance, your drinks, and your gratuities, right? Those things are not included. But you will fly into Cairo, and out of Cairo, we'll pick you up from the airport and take you back to the airport in time for your flight. Welcome, fellow adventurers. Get ready to embark upon an unforgettable journey through the mystical lands of Egypt, from the bustling streets of Cairo to the tranquil waters of the Nile. This adventure promises excitement at every turn. So let's dive in and explore the wonders that await. Touching down at Cairo International Airport, your Egyptian escapade begins. A warm welcome awaits you as your tour manager takes you away in a comfortable, air-conditioned vehicle to your hotel. And rest assured, we've taken care of every detail, ensuring a seamless check-in process, a chance to review your exciting itinerary, with pickup times confirmed and currency exchange assistance available. You can relax and unwind before the adventure kicks into high gear. And don't worry, vegetarians and vegans will find a plethora of delicious dining options to tantalize their taste buds. No need to worry about converting your money. Our team will be on hand to assist you at every step of the way, ensuring you have the local currency required for your adventures in Egypt. Rise and shine, adventurers. After a restful night in Cairo, it's time to delve into the wonders of the ancient world. A hearty breakfast fuels your exploration as we journey into the iconic Gaza Plateau, a beautiful, majestic Gaza pyramid complex where history and magic converge. Marvel at the Great Pyramid of Khufu, Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, accompanied by the enigmatic guardian, the Great Sphinx. For those seeking an extra thrill, delve into the heart of these ancient structures with our optional exploration activities. After a day of awe-inspiring sights, indulge in a delectable lunch at the local restaurant before retiring to your accommodations for the night. The next stop, Luxor. An early start leads us to Cairo Airport for a flight to this mythical city, steeped in history and splendor. Prepare to be enchanted as we explore the magnificent Karnak Temple complex, a testament to the ancient craftsmanship and devotion. Then it's time to set sail on the legendary Nile aboard a luxurious cruise ship. Indulge in scrumptious lunch as you glide along the river, soaking in the breathtaking scenery and vibrant culture. With comfortable accommodations and attentive service, your Nile cruise promises relaxation and adventure in equal measure. Wake up to breakfast with a view of the Nile before setting off on an expedition to the fabled Valley of the Kings, where the eternal resting place of the pharaohs awaits, beckoning you to explore its hallowed chambers and sacred tombs. Delve into the splendor of Queen Hatshepsut's temple and pay homage to the colossal Colossus of Memnon. As the sun sets, enjoy a leisurely dinner aboard the cruise, reflecting on the day's discoveries and anticipating the adventure that lie ahead. Our journey continues to the enticing city of Aswan, where history and beauty converge. Take in the engineering marvel of the High Dam and the majestic Temple of Philae. Devoted to the goddess of Isis and Hathor, delve deeper into the Nubian culture with this visit to the Nubian Museum and Village, immersing yourself into the rich tapestry of traditions and customs. After a day of exploration, indulge in a delicious dinner aboard the deluxe Nile cruise, surrounded by the serene beauty of the river. Our adventure nears its end with a thrilling day trip to Abu Simbel, some home of the awe-inspiring temples of Ramses II and Hathor. Wonder at these ancient marvels transported through the time and space to captivate modern-day explorers. Bid farewell to the Nile cruise as we return to Aswan, where a flight awaits to whisk us back to Cairo. Before we part ways, indulge in one final exploration to Cairo's treasures with a visit to the world-renowned Egyptian Museum. Reflect on the memories made as you savor a hot lunch at a local restaurant surrounded by the hustle and the bustle of the vibrant city. As the sun sets on our Egyptian adventure, Rest assured that we've taken care of every detail, including currency conversion and transportation to the airport for your departure. Until we meet again on another Sankofa Experience, Black safe travels, and may your adventures continue to inspire and enrich your spirit. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey through the heart of Egypt. Until next time, happy travels, and may the world's wonders continue to beckon you forth. All right, all right, all right. So that is a bit of what you'll see and experience on this trip while you're there. There we go. So, how much is a trip like this worth? It's a priceless experience, but I know you're thinking, well, Freddie, what's the investment for me? How about that? What is it going to cost me in order to have this experience? What about the hot air balloon ride at the Sunrise Valley of the Kings? Yes, and Miss Nita, Dr. Nita, we are definitely doing that as well. We'll talk about that afterwards, but I promise to come back with the Q&A. But here is your pricing options. $51.35 for double occupancy per person, $58.45 single occupancy, $32.41 for a child ages 5 to 11. It's just $199 down deposit. That's all it takes to secure your spot. And then you will see your payment plan following that. I'll get to the dates in just a moment. But this could be you. You've always wanted to go to Africa. Here's an opportunity for you to go with some people who have been there. We've taken 277 people. I failed to mention that. And that number is climbing. We have another trip next month, early next month. I'm excited about that one as well. I have a few more trips actually by the end of the year. But you've always wanted to go. Here's your opportunity. And here are the dates. So you have 4 different trips to choose from. There'll be about 30 people max on each of these trips. So first come, first serve. February 8th through the 16th, 2025. So that's Black History Month in the motherland. April 26th through May 4th, 2025. June 28th through July. Oh, we don't got that date, Miss Ashley. So I'll come back to you on that date, that finishing date, October 25th through November the 2nd. All right, so why join us on our travel experiences? You get to travel with other Black people, experience the motherland from an Afrocentric focus. That's how we always do our trips. Again, we are a Black history company. Travel in safety with experienced and trusted operators, guides, and staff. Connect with your history, see what the world has to offer outside of the United States, experience a culture like nothing you've ever experienced before, but also feel like you just come home. Find new family. Our previous guests have made bonds for life. This is not the adventure for you if you're not ready to have an experience on the continent. This is not for you if you don't believe Egypt is in Africa. Right? This is not for you if you're not ready to break out of your normal travel arrangements and try something new and reconnect with your history. But this is for you if that's what you're looking for. If reconnection is in your heart, then this is the trip for you. If you just always wanted to see the pyramids, right, or just wanted to imagine sailing down the Nile River, then this is the opportunity for you. The truth is, it's a priceless one because these are literally experiences of a lifetime. But don't hear it from me, hear it from another one of our travelers. Tell the people that didn't make it on the trip, what did they miss?
Everything.
Just being here, having the opportunity to travel with urban intellectuals. I've been following you guys for years. I started out with the flashcards for my sons, and when I saw, do you want to go to Egypt? I immediately hit yes.
You received all of this knowledge, but you didn't even feel like you were being taught anything. It was pleasant, it was wonderful, and I just feel like a totally different person having learned all of this wonderful, interesting stuff without having to sit in a boring old classroom.
Learn in school, they're not teaching this. And it's better for them to come see it because the school will never teach them this. They'll teach them one or two things, ancient Egypt, and move on to the next phase or whatever. But for them to come here is better. It's just better.
What was being taught here is not being taught in the school, and he actually has ancient Egypt in his class as a topic this year. So I thought it would be interesting and better for him to actually be in Egypt to get the information and be able to take it back to his classroom so he can share what he's learned here back to his classroom and add to, whatever the teachers taught, but being able to let them know what he actually saw.
Yeah, so that's just a couple of our travelers who had sharing their experience. I was
Tell
just
the
there
people
in
that didn't make it on the
actually
trip.
overlooking the Nile River in the background there at night. It's a beautiful scenery. It's a picturesque trip. But if all this did was gave you an opportunity to have a trip of a lifetime, would it be worth it, right? If all this did was allowed you to see those pyramids, let me tell you, the pictures in the video don't do them pyramids justice. Like, it's something that you have to see for yourself. And yes, we can go inside of the pyramid. You can have that experience as well. I was in there. I'm not going to give it away on what you see or what you experience. It's something special. But if all this did was gave you an opportunity to cruise down the Nile, like, how crazy is that? That is like, it's everything that you think it might be and a bit more. Because I'm telling you, when you laying in your bed, and your window, you just got this big picture window, right? And it's literally, if you got your curtains open, the Nile is like right there. It's a crazy view. It's a beautiful thing. But I think the trip would be worth it if it just ended there. But there is so much more beyond that. And all it's going to take is $199 down to secure your spot. There's the full trip amount. There's no fee payment plan. There we go. There's a no fee payment plan. So you're not being penalized. If you're setting up through a payment plan, that's totally fine. But again, are the prices 15, right? That's right. Yeah, $5,315 per person for double occupancy, $58.45 for single occupancy, $32.41 for children's double occupancy, and all meals are included. You just cover your drinks and your tips. So that's it for the Egypt trip. But wait, as they say, you know that there's more. That was dramatic. You got to get that slide together. But there's more in the fact that there's $150 off per person that we're offering if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So that's July the 12th. I can't see. Yes, tomorrow, Friday, July the 12th, midnight Eastern Standard Time, we'll take $150 off per person. But if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight, we'll take $300 off per person. So that's July 11th, midnight Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is put down your $199 deposit per person. Give us 24 to 48 hours, and we'll reduce the balance by $300, giving you the discount. So raise your hand if you're ready to go to Egypt and secure your spots. If you have any questions, we're going to dive into that as well. The only question that you really need to be asking yourself is, are you worth it? Is it your time? Are you worth putting yourself first this time, right? And we know that from experience, our travelers tend to take care of others, tend to think others first, right? But sometimes they have to think about themselves. And when they get on these experiences, they admit that they're glad that they put themselves first, or they're glad that they finally had time for themselves, and they're taking it by traveling. And we think we have a pretty good option for you. All right, so you can raise your Zoom hand. I am booked already. I love it. Barbara is already in. But I'm going to open up for Q&A, so you can raise your Zoom hands if you have any questions, or you can type your questions down below. But your next steps is to decide the dates of the destination. Click the link that Ashley is dropping below. I see we got to update this slide. But again, you get $300 off your trip if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight, $150 off your trip by midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. The replay is going to go out in the morning. It's just going to take you $199 down. to take advantage of it, go on to SankofaExperiences.com/travel Egypt. I'll get you there again, just so you can see it with your eyes again. $51.35 for double occupancy per person, $58.45 for single occupancy, $32.41 with the child discount. So if you take advantage tonight and you get the $300 off, it's not actually $51.35, it's $48.35 with that discount. Even the single occupancy is not $58.45, but $55.45. So pretty significant savings per person. Yeah, and then there are the dates and the deposit amount. All right, your questions. Let's open up for questions. How long is the Nile cruise? It's a 3-day cruise. Yes, so 3 days on the Nile River. It's a beautiful experience. That's a good question. We're gonna have to start showing some of that film. Daniel, you raised your hand by clicking the 3 dots. Is that right? Did I get that right? No, that doesn't look right. Oh, there. Yeah, if you click the 3 dots at the top, it says raise hand. Then it gives you this little icon right here. And then I'm able to bring you on. All right, do you see it? Maybe I can just ask you to unmute. And you're rolling. All right, I think I clicked your name to unmute, Daniel.
Yes.
There we go.
In the ever-changing political landscape, what if there's like a world event? Do we get a refund? Because I remember I bought a plane ticket just before the lockdown during COVID, and the Frontier forfeited my money for the plane ticket. So, with this political landscape, with the presidential election and stuff like that, things change. I was wondering what your policy was with that.
Yeah, if we don't go on the trip, everybody gets refunded. So we wouldn't go on the trip if there were, a world event that would prevent travel. Then regardless of if you got the insurance or not, we would refund the trip. But if we go, for whatever reason you don't go, then, then there's no refund. That's why we recommend cancel anytime travel insurance, just in case you have to back out. But I mean, if there is a threat in the area, we're not going, right? So it's not, nobody's going to risk anything like that. So to answer your question directly, yes, you would get your refund.
And my last question is, are we all leaving from the same airport, or can you leave from different locations?
Yeah, different locations. So we're just flying into the same airport. So they're in Cairo. So you'll be flying into Cairo, Egypt. And then long before the trip, we'll have your flight itinerary, and then we'll have the buses and everything ready. We ask people to try to land between 12 and 4, closer to 4 if you can. It's just usually like a better time. But sometimes people are early, sometimes people are late. When you're trying to get into a certain airport, depending on where you are in the world, sometimes it's just more difficult to navigate exactly when you land, but we'll coordinate picking up for everyone.
Immunizations, are there a lot of immunizations, and do we require not a passport, what do you call that? A special permission in the country?
A visa?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as like vaccinations or any immunizations, there's none for Egypt for American citizens traveling out of the United States, right? Let me be clear about that. So there's nothing that you have to take in order to go to Egypt. In fact, there is the only shot that's required in Africa that's absolute is yellow fever, the yellow fever vaccination that lasts 10 years. And that is mostly west coast of Africa. The places that we travel to, Ghana and Nigeria, require that vaccination, but those are the only two that's required that you have to take those things, right? But we always say refer to your doctor on, what the best plan of action is for you. You got to be safe, right? And what was your third? I believe you had a third question.
The visa information.
Yeah, the visa information. Egypt is easy because they do a e-visa, so you'll be able to apply for your visa online, or you can get it in the airport, right? But we will send you directions. So when you sign up, this won't be the last communication that you have from us and our team. They'll be in contact over the months leading up to your trip, asking you for certain things, making sure that you're educated on, what to wear, what the weather's going to be like, what to bring, and getting you excited for the trip, and then making sure that you apply for the visa, and providing video walkthrough on how to do that as well. So we'll be with you every step along the way. That's what I'm getting. Did I?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay.
The accommodations, is it like top tier hotels? Because I did do a travel group with China, and going to China, and there was no thinking involved. I mean, they sort of, like you said, they had the whole itinerary for us, and we stayed at very nice hotels and we had like 4 trips within the trip. That was all taken care of. So the hotel accommodations are sufficient.
Yes, yeah. We'll be staying at the Sheraton, the 4-point Sheraton there in Cairo, Egypt, if you want to look it up. Yeah, so everything is like about on that par. All right. Anybody else have any additional questions? Any thoughts? Who's ready to go? I think I did answer the cruise. The Nile cruise is 3 days. Yeah, it's a beautiful experience. Oh, and okay. Yeah, let me give you a picture. So we come in, you fly into Cairo, we'll pick you up, you come to the hotel. We have a welcome dinner. There's a night. I don't want to give away everything. I want some things to be surprises, right? But then we wake up, we go to the Great Pyramids. We like have this incredible experience. We eat. We see some other things. Some other stuff happens. We end up on a plane in the morning. We fly into Luxor, which is in the center of of Egypt. So we'll start at the top in Cairo, fly into Luxor, and then take the cruise down to Aswan, which is in southern Egypt. And that's where the current day Nubians are, right? So we have an opportunity to go into a Nubian village. But when we fly into Luxor, that's where we're going to end up seeing the Valley of the Kings. And there's a hot air balloon ride that you can take over the Valley of the Kings early in the morning. Some of you may have seen some of that video that we've run of that. But it's an incredible one. It's just incredible to be in Egypt in a hot air balloon while the sun is rising, right? It's a beautiful thing. 2, then we're doing it over the Valley of the Kings. So you're getting an aerial view of the history, along with an incredible experience. And then when we land, you're going to go into the valley, right? And we're going to have the conversation about the history and what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, and why. And then you're going to get a chance to go into some of the tombs, right? And see it for yourselves. Hopefully when you take the trip, King Tut is there, right? Like while I was there, both times he was there, right? Like chilling. Like it's a wild scene to think about how old this place is. It's a mind-blowing experience. Anyway, then we'll leave there, get back on the boat, right? Have dinner. There's a pool on the rooftop. There's covered seating area. There's a bar. They serve lemonade and other assorted beverages. It's just a beautiful scene to have. And then, that's definitely a great backdrop while the cruise starts and you're heading down the Nile. And, you just have all these other Black people. I don't know how many of y'all have ever traveled and you were like either the only or, it wasn't really like your trip, right? Like you were there. But it's nothing like having Black folks around and having this experience all together. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody's asking. I can't seem to raise my hand. But when book, okay, Jasmine, let me try to. All right, Jasmine, you can go ahead and unmute.
Thank you. I'm not sure why I couldn't get it together.
Right.
But yeah. Oh, I think your admin just asked. Okay, yeah. So when I selected the double occupancy, it did ask me how many participants, but I wasn't able to specify, like to get the child discount, whether they were adults or children. So
Okay.
I don't know if maybe I just wasn't doing it right or how that works.
Look, I'm reading because I'm deferring to her. Because Ashley handles all of that. I know she knows exactly what to click. Ashley, could you finish typing out maybe a response for her?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Um, that has been traveling in the world, the solo African American. Oh, yeah. Okay. You have to keep going and enter the names and ages. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jasmine. All right. Which trip are you looking into?
Thank you. Hopefully that one in October. We got a birthday around there, so that would be pretty special to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
hopefully for that one, we'll see how that goes.
Okay, okay. I love it. All right. All right. That's a great reason. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
Yeah, that's when we went in 2022, October with my dad, that first trip, his birthday is October 12th. So it was like a good present for him, the man who has everything. I'm telling you, it's something. All right, keep going. All right, we got that. That was my experience as I traveled the world. I was a solo African American. Yeah, that is that's a interesting feeling for those who have that and those that haven't. I've been on trips and it's just, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. You know, I'm up for engaging with anybody, but like on these experiences, while we're talking about Black history, you don't really want to be with, you know, a mixed group, right? Because there's a lot of raw emotions and things that come out of these experiences and these conversations. And then not to mention the history that's being told is not going to center you, right? Because in Egypt, there is some Greek um, periods towards the end of the dynasty, right? But they tend to highlight and focus that, and you know, keep the lens off of the fact that this is a Black and African inspired civilization. But anyway, you don't want to experience that with us. Um, and you know, we're gonna just lean into the history and the culture and have a beautiful experience while we're doing it. Okay, yeah. So I was saying we were cruising down the Nile. We have some stops along the way at different temples and Edfu, Colombo, and a few other places, right? So we will be sailing, we'll get off, we'll have a experience, I'll say, and then get back on, keep cruising on down, and then we're going to end in Aswan. And frankly, there you're going to notice everybody looks like you, right? Like your skin complexion and darker. It's a really interesting experience because the further north, the more Arab Egypt is, right? And then you got to know the history of the area when the Arabs came in, right, in the 7th century and through North Africa. There's a whole history there and behind that, but they're still occupying the area, and but the Nubians have been pushed south. So it's just it's a deep learning lesson. Let me tell you, this experience is a great one. So yeah, we want to make sure that we share it with you. So come on and join us. All you have to do is click the link. I believe Ashley should drop the link in the comments. But sankofaexperiences.com/travel Egypt. Let me bring up the pricing structure. There we go. It's right there. Once again. Oh, and if you're wondering, the replay of this will go out in the morning. So you have an opportunity to share this with friends and family that might be interested, or somebody that you might want to run the trip by. But 5135 for double occupancy per person, 58.45 single occupancy, 32.41 for child occupancy. And again, our dates are February 8th through the 16th, 2025, April 26th through May 4th, 2025. And what was that? June 28th through July 6th, 2025. October 25th through November 2nd, 2025. Bang. And the pricing is up there. Could you drop the link, Ashley? I don't see the actual link in the comments. And then if you have any questions, bam, there we go. That's what's supposed to be up. Let me know. I am here to answer them for you. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts? Are you in? Are you considering it? There you go. If you have any questions after this, you can go to support at Sankofa Experiences.com, support at Sankofa Experiences.com, or you can email Ashley at Sankofa Experiences.com. Sister Ashley is in tune with everything that's happening inside of our travel division. She's our travel coordinator, and she makes it all happen. So if you're corresponding about travel, you're probably chatting with her. We always appreciate her work. All right, any other questions for me? We should probably just be having video playing, right? So you could see more. Ashley, can you link me? Okay, definitely going. I've been wanting to go for a while now. I am so ready. Jasmine, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Let me tell you. And like when you go, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad I did. Yeah, and October gives you enough time. You know, you can set up the payments. Like it is definitely worth it. And you got the youngster with you. I don't know their age, but man, what an experience, right? To be a world traveler at that age. But then to already have seen I mean, these are some of the wonders of the world, right? Like how were they constructed? And like, oh man, I don't got this picture up. Let me bring this. Oh man, Ashley, I'm tempted to go into the vault. Jasmine got me fired up over here. Um, um, this picture here though is taken inside of Abu Simbel, right? So when we get down to Aswan, we're gonna be in Aswan. I told you that's where the home of the Nubians are. But we're gonna take a road trip to Abu Simbel, and this is inside. This is like that. Abu Simbel is the picture of the four seated pharaohs. It's like four of them. One of them is like broken off. But if you ever see that, it's four seated pharaohs at the doors when you're walking in. And of course, they're huge, but this is on the inside. And you can see some of the hieroglyphics, but you can't understand how big this place is. And when I tell you the hieroglyphics is everywhere, like it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. It's just I can't wait for you to experience it, because then you'll know this feeling of what I'm trying to explain. And like it looks like those statues in the back, right? They look like, oh, it might just be a little bit bigger. Like, no, like the scale in here is ridiculous. I mean, just the entire experience is just mind blowing, right? Like you just go from like the young lady said, like you're learning so much, but you're not in the classroom. But then at some point you're like, oh my God, like I can't even take in anything else. But that's why it's kind of great to be able to be cruising down the Nile, so you can decompress from some of the experiences that you have. It's overwhelming. I'm telling you, it is in like the best way possible. Yeah, in the best way possible. So we definitely just want to share this experience with as many people as we can. But that's why we're doing this, right? And if you explore our site at SankofaExperiences.com, you'll see our schedule, right? It's pretty aggressive. But we're taking people all around the continent. Next year, we're opening up Brazil. I'm going headed to Colombia. Excuse me, I'm headed to Cuba next month. Eventually, we're going to have tours there. But we're digging into our history and our culture around the world, right? That's really what we're getting at. And there's a narrative that of a drum beat that I want to beat here at Urban Intellectuals. Our story started before slavery, right? We are a bigger people than this narrative that we come from slaves. We were just slaves. The mad respect to the ancestors that endured that period, because without them we wouldn't be here. But that's not our origin. That's not where we began, right? There's something before that that we've been detached from, and starting to reconnect with that is one, learning your history, right? So that's why we push Black history so heavy and hard, because we know that it changes you. It changes how you see the world, it changes how you act, it changes everything about you. But taking that further is going to see it firsthand for yourself, because it's like, man, all those years, if y'all read Stolen Legacy, George M. James, or the African origin of civilization. Like, if you read any of these books about the Egyptian civilization, like, man, going there like is mind blowing. It is just mind blowing. So hopefully y'all decide to come and check this out with us. I'll definitely going. Yeah, we're so ready. What about Ghana? Tammy, you can, I don't know if we got a Ghana info session coming up, but if you email Ashley at sankofaexperiences.com, she can get you some more information. But yes, we're going to Ghana as well a few times next year. We're going a few times this year, actually, as well. I'll be going on the October trip, one of the October trips. Yeah, but email Ashley at sankofaexperiences.com. You can check that out. All right, but yes, I want to make sure that y'all get an opportunity to take advantage of our specials. Right, we are $150 off if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Friday. But you can get $300 off if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time today. All right, so sankofaexperiences.com/travel Egypt. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or you can unmute your mic and come on and ask. When are you moving to Ghana? Want you there when I go next year. Yeah, well, when I go this year, I plan on staying a few months, so we'll see how long we stay. That's me talking. I got to make sure that the wife is cool with staying. I think she is. I know she wants to do a few months, so she's always up for that. So we're going in October. I plan on staying. We'll see. We'll see if I leave, right? I don't know. Is the itinerary for 2025 same as 2024? Yes, Diane. Yes, it is. Yes. So yeah, as long as you can make the slot, like I said, we're holding 30 for each of the destinations. So once they're filled, we'll just move on to the next ones. But yeah, so you just have a chance to go ahead and lock in your rate and take advantage of your $300 off by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight. The $150 off midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. All right. And yeah, there we go. So it's sankofaexperiences.com/travel Egypt. That's going to be your site. All right. Diane says, I am booked for the October trip. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. We will definitely have a good time there. All right. All right. So lock in your prices for just $199 down per person. I'll stick around for a few more minutes if you have any questions or any of the concerns. Let me click the link. Let me show you. All right, so when you click the link, this is what you'll see. Right here. Right, y'all got my screen. All right, so this is what you'll see. Then you'll just have to make your decision on which of the trips that you want to go on. So let's say it is the October trip. Boom, you'll come into here and you'll see starting price. That's that children's discounted price, October 25th through November the 2nd. Egypt, talk to you about the accommodations, trips. All right, here's a more detailed breakdown. You can see about the days. I was walking you through those conversations. Oh, I didn't mention when we get finished in Aswan, we're going to fly back to Cairo, right? And then finish out the trip there in Cairo and then take you to the airport so you can fly in and out of Cairo. I took you on a trip, left you stuck in Aswan. I forgot I didn't get you back. So that's how that works. But then you come in here and you just click your book in. You can book now. All right. Yeah, then you put in your number of travelers. Boom, get my payment. You can see the $199 down. Yeah, so 14 monthly installments of 352 would be the payment schedule. Yeah, and that's what it'll look like when you go ahead and sign in. I'm trying to coordinate with my son. I also want to hear about other locations. I'm waiting to get my African ancestry results. I love it, Stacy. Again, you can shoot an email to Ashley at sankofaexperiences.com. You can check that out, or I would say go to sankofaexperiences.com and just click the other trips, and you can kind of see the offerings that we make. We go to, let me see if I can name all of them: Egypt, Ethiopia, Morocco, Ghana, Senegal, the Gambia, Nigeria, Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa. So those are the trips that we're servicing right now. Oh, and then Brazil as well. So those are the trips that we're servicing right now. That list should expand, but we're just keeping things going, right? Oh, there are a few trips I need to go on. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Jasmine, yeah, once you come, we've already had people take their third trip with us, right? Remember I told you we started in October of 2022. But I was in Senegal with people on their third urban intellectuals inspired trip, right? Once you come, yeah, we definitely want you to come back, but we just know you're going to have such a wonderful experience. If you're interested in traveling again, you would travel again with us, right? So yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but this is a great start as well. From here, people tend to go to Ghana next, right? To have that experience. So we'll see. Your journeys might be a little bit different, but it'll be great. My mom is 91 and wants to go to the motherland. Hey, Stacy, let's go. I showed you my young 93-year-old out there enjoying himself on the Nile. Yeah, come on with it. I know it's a little frightening, the length of the trip. I mean the distance that flying, right, with the elderly, right? So you definitely got to do the compression socks, and definitely got to make sure that they're standing and moving around in between the trip. So that's really important, and something to think about for all of us, right? Really, everybody needs to wear the compression socks, making sure that you're standing and walking, and spending some time and allowing your blood to flow while you're traveling those long distances. That's pretty important. But don't let something like the distance stop you, right? This is an experience of a lifetime. If it was easy to get there, it wouldn't be an experience of the lifetime, right? So it's definitely worth making yourself a little bit uncomfortable. I hear a lot of people say, well, I've never flown that far before. Well, the first time you flew 4 hours, that was the first time, that was the furthest you ever flew. You know, you hadn't done it before either. But it's really not that daunting. It's really not that bad. When you think about what you're going to experience, when you have your eye on what's on the other side of that trip. Yeah. So let's get mama there now. Mama needs to have this experience. And I know she's gonna enjoy it. Yeah, it's definitely a good one. All right. Do y'all have any other questions for me? Are y'all just ready for me to stop so you can sign up? That's what we're doing. I'm not upset with that. That works with me. But if you are ready, you can come on and join us at sankofaexperiences.com/travel Egypt. Okay, I walked you through the process. I showed you what you're gonna see when you click the link. So you can go ahead and click it. Make sure you get your $300 off by signing up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight. It's just $199 down. You're gonna give us 24 to 48 hours to reduce your balance. Let me just say, give us the Monday. Ashley, I just realized I committed you to definitely working over the weekend, right? So give us the Monday, and we'll reduce your balance from by $300 if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight, or $150 if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Again, double occupancy is $51.35, single occupancy is $58.45, children ages 5 to 11 is $32.41. All right. Any final questions? Are you sure? Actually, this might be a record. All right. I'm going once, going twice. All right. I think we are good. I appreciate y'all joining us this evening. All right. Thank you for this presentation that signed up. All right. Excellent, Joanne. I appreciate you joining us, and welcome to Egypt, right? Welcome to Kemet. All right. That's excellent. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Joanne. Appreciate you, Jasmine, everybody. Really appreciate all of y'all being here. Thank you, Sister Ashley, for your help as usual. Y'all probably not. Some of y'all probably not old enough to remember the Motel 6 commercial. We'll leave the light on for you. Y'all remember that? All right, we're gonna leave the African light on for y'all. Oh, okay, Miss Anita. Let's
I'm sorry. I had just raised my hand earlier when you asked the question about traveling amongst others. And so sometimes we don't necessarily ask the questions or feel comfortable. I had gone to the Holy Land with a group of United Methodists, not AME, but you and me. So
yeah.
It was only 3 of us that were melanated, and it was a different experience. And so I do want to do a trip where the focus is on our background. And I'm sorry, I just forgot to take my hand back down. I apologize.
No worries. No worries. Thank you for sharing that. But I mean, you're absolutely right. It changes things for sure. So yeah, that's part of the feedback that we get. Like, man, they just really appreciate traveling with a Black travel group. Everybody's welcome. We're not alienating anyone. Anybody can come, but I tell anybody that wander into the urban intellectual sphere, we Black and African centered. We're not going to apologize for that. We're not going to change our positioning, our conversation, or any of that. We are this way, right? This is how we come. You are welcome, but we're not going to stutter step because you're around, right? We're just going to talk about the truth. Are children younger than 5 not eligible to attend, or are they free? Children younger than 5 are free, right? I guess I kind of left that out, right? But I always got the caveat: there's no daycare. They're your responsibility the whole time. I know they're always your responsibility, but yeah, I'm just trying to say that we don't have a daycare, but they are welcome, right? It's definitely a family affair. I should. If you remember, I showed the picture of the group of the first 40 that went with my dad when he went. But there were I think we had like 11 children on that trip. It was a beautiful experience with the families that were there. We had the grandmother, the husband, grandmama, husband and wife, and they brought 4 children. Was it 4? I feel like it was 4 of them. But it was a beautiful thing to just see the whole family there. It was a great trip. It was a great trip for real. But yeah, so they're definitely welcome to come as well. All right, there may be a small fee while in Egypt, but you'll know the fee beforehand. Yeah, for the flight, from Cairo to Luxor, and then Aswan to Cairo. There we go. Yeah, so there may be a fee for that, but yeah, all of that will be articulated in the process. Like I said, when you sign up, this won't be the last time you hear from us. We'll definitely be in contact with you and preparing you for the trip. Okay, so again, if you have any additional questions, you can email support@sankofaexperiences.com. That's support@sankofaexperiences.com. Or you can email Ashley@sankofaexperiences.com, and we'll make sure to take care of you. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening for our Egypt adventure. For Sister Ashley, our travel coordinator, I'm Freddie Taylor, CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals. Black History Travel Made Easy is what we do here inside of the Sankofa Experiences. Again, if you have any questions, shoot the emails, but hopefully we will see you in Egypt. Oh, okay, right. Sandra came in with a last minute question. Will you be providing recording of this or do another info session soon? In the morning, you'll receive this recording, Sandra. You can see that. Yes. So that is going out. Thank you for that question and reminder. Okay, Mr. Nita, now is that hand back up or did it stay up?
This is just a new question. The Black History classes are Thursday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I missed last Thursday. It was the holiday and my family reunion was here in St. Louis. So I missed that one. So I do need to get the recording for that one. But I just want to make sure I'm getting back on track. There will be one. Oh, it would have been tonight. Did I miss tonight's?
Oh, tonight. Yeah, yeah.
Darn it, I missed tonight.
You missed tonight hanging out with me. I'm sorry about that. But you do have access to all of the replays. So when you log in,
Okay.
all of that information is still back there. It's just waiting on you.
Okay. All right. I'll jump on next Thursday.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. We won't have a conflicting travel session next Thursday. So we'll be good. Okay. All right. Yeah. And you're welcome, Sandra. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for being with us. We had a good quick session here today. Again, if you have any questions, support at sankofaexperiences.com or ashley@sankofaexperiences.com. I appreciate y'all spending the evening with us. Take care and have fun. It did not cut the class. Oh, yeah. All right. What Black History classes? Yeah, Charles, shoot an email and you can learn more about that. Or check your email. I think we should have been explaining those. I'm trying to think, we don't even have a page available for it. That's how new everything is right now. Or Ashley, do we have that? I should have that actually. 1 second, Chad. Actually, I do have. So I mentioned to y'all that there's always a lot going on. Let me see the regular link. All right, I'll give you this link. I think it should still work. So you can see more about our classes there. That'll talk a little bit about it and give you some background. We are adjusting some things and creating some more exciting stuff, actually. So yes. So that's that. But again, I mentioned there's a lot going on at Urban Intellectuals. So also drop by urbanintellectuals.com. Check us out, see everything that we got going on. And make sure you check your email, right? We do email information about what we're doing, what we're releasing, and what we have going on in and around the company. But there is a lot. We teach live Black history classes to children and adults, right? We have an adult section, a children's Black history club called the Sankofa Club. And then we've introduced adult Black history classes once a week. Right now, it's going to end up being twice a week as we continue to grow this thing. But we have our line of teachers that are breaking this history down. We're getting a little bit deeper, right? So again, Black history made easy. That's our aim. That's our mantra. And that's what we're really putting together here. I would sign up my granddaughter. Oh, I love it, Tammy. Yeah, sankofaclub.com is that one. Yes. Yeah, you can check that out. So, and we got a lot, there's a lot going on, right? And I got something special that's about to happen that's going to simplify everything. But hey, I appreciate y'all joining us tonight. But lean into the company. We got more than meets the eye on what's happening. We are becoming the pulse of the community when it comes to learning Black history. That's what we want you to think about urban intellectuals first. And we're committed to bringing forth magnetic content, right? That is really, really powerful and inspiring, that not only gives you the knowledge and the insight about what has transpired on this planet, but really the fortitude and the gall to ensure that the next generation knows this, and then everybody starts to work towards our potential. Let me put it that way, right? And the more we learn our history, the more we grow in our understanding and linking with one another, that phrase becomes more and more powerful. So it's a beautiful thing. So anyway, this is just a labor of love that we're working. Retired NYC public school teacher. Hey, Tammy. Oh, I love it. All right. That's excellent. Shout out to you and congratulations on your retirement. Ooh, I had just kicked up a firestorm talking about how I believe the phones should be locked up during school. Like kids shouldn't be on them. Some folks kind of losing their mind over that. But anyway, thank y'all for being with us tonight. We're going to end up being here all night. Make sure you check your emails for what we do. I'll let you in on some Sundays. Sometimes we open up Zoom and have open conversations. I'll be traveling this Sunday, so it won't happen. We keep your ear to the streets for any of that. But lean into Urban Intellectuals, man. We got a lot of great stuff that is out that we're already doing, and a lot of great things coming down the pipe as well. So hopefully I'll see you soon. If not, shoot us an email. Let us know what you're thinking. Hopefully we catch you in Egypt. Take care, everybody. Good night. Good night, Ashley. Thank you for sticking around. Appreciate you, sister. All right. Good night, everybody. I appreciate y'all.